Okay, time to do take two. So the last time we were here, it was that first week of March, just before closing, kind of doing a walkthrough. And we have since done quite a bit. Not done, but further along. So let's do a quick walk through the Cape House and give an update. And after 3 weeks here, I am ready to pack up and head back to Carolina tomorrow, and we'll be back in June. So still nice and quiet. It's picking up a little bit, but you can see it's still pretty quiet out, and it's still not quite everything blooming here yet. Stuff's starting to come up, which is nice, but still kind of waiting for all the blooms to come out. Still see that water down there, which is kind of cool. All that conservation land. Okay, so front of the house. So you'll notice or maybe you won't, but we had the landscaper come in and just kind of clean all the bushes up and get them off of the house, which was well needed. So the front yard's all cleaned up and raked. You know, it still needs work and all that fun stuff, but it's much better than it was. We've got these 3 stumps in the front, but I got somebody lined up to come and grind them down for us, which is good. So 1, 2, 3. So he'll be back in a couple of weeks, and he'll grind all the stumps down, so we'll get that out of the front yard. You notice the light post in the front works. It's just I think it was a loose bulb before, but that's all working good now. Front lights are working, which is nice. The roof, just today we had actually the roofer, which was great. Sun's coming out now, which is really nice. So you can see up against the chimney, slightly different color because they're brand new shingles, but basically re-shingle that section, put down new water and ice barrier, and re-siliconed it all. So hopefully that stops that drip that we had around the chimney. So we'll see from there. On this side, the fence is in process. So fence guy started yesterday, which is great. So the fence is going up. So that's all 6-foot cedar. And when we get to the backyard, I'll show you it transitions down into a 4-foot section, which will then go to black chain link out in the back. But I'll show you that when we get there. So we still need to do stuff here. I know there's still plenty to do, but better than it was. I still have to work on the soffits and all that fun stuff. But for the most part, I think we'll at least be past water leaks, hopefully. Fingers crossed on that one. So come into the house, and a few things you'll notice. Color-wise, I don't know if the camera picks it up, so everything's been painted. Every surface in this place has been painted. This was the front closet. Cleaned this up. Put a new furniture-grade plywood shelf in there. Took out the old crummy one that was there. Cleaned this all up, obviously. So functional and clean. That's going to be kind of our theme here today. You'll notice all the woodwork is now white. So we went and primed and painted probably about half a dozen times to get that brown out, but everything is now white wood, which is nice. Had the carpets all cleaned, so the carpets all look beautiful. Again, there's your Cape Gray walls, all freshly painted, and all your new white trim. You'll notice we all have new ceiling fans that work. Those are all been replaced. This one's actually, I like them. They look really nice. The front window, and again, the sun's coming in, so it's a really nice day today. So that's all white as well. You can see all the baseboard where there was the old electric heat. I pulled all the electric heat baseboard out, and I need to do filler pieces there, but ran out of time. We'll get those when I come back. Made sure the fireplace worked, had many fires in it, so the fireplace worked quite well. Draft was good, no smoke back into the house, so that was encouraging. Again, everything's all painted, everything's painted. We still have to replace that chandelier, but right now it's functional and easy enough to replace when we find something that we like. I got some of my stuff set up for work. That's our new dining set. It's really nice. It's comfy. I've been sitting in it quite a bit to work every day, so it's good. Again, all the windows have been painted. Sliders, all the trim been painted going outside to the deck. We have one of the crates set up for one of the puppies when they come up, so I figured that'll be a good spot for them. One there, and another crate will fit right next to it, and then, you know, dog dishes or whatever over there. So I think we've got a good spot for them here. Then into the kitchen. Again, everything that was brown is now white. You also have a ceiling fan. Oh, I didn't turn this one on. Here we go. There we go. So, brand new ceiling fan in here too. The white's nice, gives you a ton of light. So that's good stuff. Everything's clean. I've scrubbed these floors. You'll notice all new vents throughout, so they're all that polished nickel that you like. So that's all done. Did all of those all through the house. So that all looks good. New dishwasher. Unfortunately, the one that I thought we might be able to squeeze a season out of was leaking, so I pulled that one out, put a new dishwasher in. So that's a nice one. It's Maytag. Best one they got. Stainless steel inside and out, so that should last us a lot of years, or at least as long as we're here. All cleaned off here. All the cabinets have been cleaned, and all the dishes have been put into place. And we've got all the cabinet liners in, which is really nice. Yeah, I'm sure you can do some rearranging when we get here. You need one of those things to hold silverware, but all the silverware is there. All the cabinets have been lined. Put the everything pot down there. So that's looking good. We've got our supplies in the corner. When we come back, we'll have a glass of wine. Underneath here, these are little things that you never see, but totally scrubbed this out. Got rid of all the nasties underneath, put down liners, redid all the plumbing that was leaking, new lines, everything is tied off, nice and dry. So that is a step in the right direction. These cabinets are still very tired, but clean. So we will, functional but clean will be this year, and then we'll deal with it later. Stove is still here, just ran out of time on that, but we will swap out the stove at some point. The hood actually had that disconnected outside today when the roofer came, so the light works, but we'll have to swap that out for a microwave. But, something we can do later. Fridge is still the fridge, so that's all good. And then down the hall. So we still got the original light fixtures. We can swap those out. Painted all the ceilings, obviously. Catherine was a huge help with all of that. So all the ceilings have been painted, so everything, again, is all fresh and white. All the hallways, hard to see this way, there we go. All fresh and painted. So some of the doors I got to and some I didn't, so this one's still a brown door. This one's still a brown door. But then the bedrooms, I did got them all white. Put in a CO2 detector. Here is the bathroom. Again, all nice and clean. I gotta put a baseboard piece down there, but there's a new duct in. Scrubbed that all down so it's clean. New plumbing, new toilet. So swapped out the old toilets. Had to do all types of plumbing to make them work, but they are now working, which is wonderful. I still need to clean all this stuff up, but yeah, it's clean. And at some point we'll probably just renovate these bathrooms. But for now, I think we're okay. This will be Andy's bedroom. New ceiling fan, lights work. Oh, you will notice that I swapped out every single receptacle. Switch, plug, so everything's nice, brand new white. New white faceplates. Closed off all the old ones where you had electric heat running. Obviously the baseboard's all painted. Here's Andy's new bed, and the mattress just showed up 2 days ago. So he'll be the first one to get to sleep in the new mattress. All the rest of this is all cleaned up. Again, took out all the old baseboard electric heat that wasn't working anymore. So I gotta get some filler panels and fill that in, but again, do that later. Closets are still just the closets. Back out into the hall. And here's Adina's room, which I've actually been using while I've been here for the last 3 weeks. So I'll have to move some of my junk out. But again, new ceiling fan. Everything's painted. I got that nice kind of capey blue on the walls in all the bedrooms. So it's quite nice. Yeah. And again, all new receptacles, all white. All right. The master. Unfortunately, we don't have a bed. We have a mattress, though. So the queen mattress is out. Again, everything's painted in here. New ceiling fan. All the trim's been painted. You notice the door is white, so that's nice. We did those over. The walls are all painted. Everything's painted. Scrubbed the heck out of this room since last time we've been here. So new toilet, which is nice. Again, had to redo all the plumbing on this one too because it was leaking, so that's all been redone. Shower head, had to replace all that. I have the new shower rod up. I think the curtain's in the other room. I can hang that later tonight, or I'll hang it when we come back. But this has all been cleaned. Pulled the drain out, cleaned that all out, which definitely needed it. But this is all clean, so ready to be used and good to go. I put up a new towel bar because the other one had been ripped out of the wall, so we got a place to hang towels. And I put up a little thing. So wow, look at that handsome guy. So you know, it'll get us by, but again, brandy new, clean, functional. You know, it'll get us through the summer. There you go. And the light works. What more can you ask for? This is all clean. Scrubbed the heck out of all of this. So I think we're in pretty decent shape here. So let's go on outside. Actually, I'll do the basement real quick just because the basement's the bomb. The basement. So, basement is good to go. So, all of their stuff is obviously gone. Took out all the old nasty insulation. Cleaned out all the bays. So everything is spotless down here. I did the Uggs sealant on the walls, so all the walls are white. It helps with any of that musty smell in the summertime too, so that's all done. Sealed the floors with some stuff that probably could kill you if you weren't careful. It was pretty strong, but it looks good when it's done. So this whole room is 100% done. Got a little area here for some tools and stuff. This area is all clean over here, ready to take a washer and dryer, which is nice. So I think we're pretty good here. All the little windows, I cleaned them all up so you can actually open and close them, which is nice, and there's screens in them, so you can get a little air down here if you want to. Otherwise, all good. Nice and clean and tight down here right now. Still have to figure out what I'm going to do with this furnace. It works, but it's not working perfectly, but we only have another couple weeks of heat, really, and then we'll deal with it in the fall. So that's the basement. Now let's go back upstairs. We'll go right through the kitchen. Sun's out right now. It's really nice. Again, there's your whole front entry area. It's good stuff. All right. Out onto the porch. Now I gotta move this over here. Here's our welcome sign. I don't know if it comes out. It's kind of sunny out. So, here's your backyard. So, not that you would remember, but up there is where that whole thing just got all replaced. Those new shingles, the vent's gone, re-flashed and re-caulked, so hopefully it won't leak anymore for the time being. Here's our fence. Fence is in the process of going up. So, you'll have a 6 foot here. There's your gate. And then 6 foot sections there. And then you get a transition down to 4. And you can see all of the black pipe, right? That will be the black vinyl chain link that runs. Here's this whole post digger. You can see he's already laid it out. It runs all the way out to that flag, and then all the way across the back of the property line into the woods, and then comes back on up. And so on this side, we'll have a similar idea. You can see the corner lots posted where we had the engineering folks come out and survey the land. So we'll have another fence that will run from this corner out about 16 feet to the property line. Actually, it's sections of 8, so 1, 2, 3, 8, 24 feet to that post. And then it will run straight back down there into the woods. So you'll get wood, and then you'll get 2 sections of wood transitioning down. And then it'll all be the black chain link down to the corner of the lot. So it's a pretty big lot. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Now that you know, it's been staked and you can see all the corners. So it's really nice. This is where you come around to the front. All right, there's our neighbors, but here's our property line. You can see the other stake up front here. So here's property line. We're about 15 feet off the corner of the house here. So there you go. It is much nicer down here when the sun comes out, I'll tell you that. We did have all this raked and cleaned up back here so you can kind of see the yard. The grass is actually starting to come in, so we'll see what happens with that. You can see the sprinklers are still busted and sticking through the ground, but I do have somebody coming back. I've had a guy come out, give me a quote. So we're going to redo all the sprinklers in the backyard. That happens in about 2 to 3 weeks. So by the time we come back, all the sprinkler systems will be done. And that should be that. This is where they put the new septic in, and they, quite honestly, I wish they'd buried it deeper, but I'm going to have those 2 hooks kind of sheared off and then buried so that it doesn't bother us in the yard at all. And then there you go. There's your backyard. There's some of your neighbors. I met most of the neighbors now. And there you go. That's everything. I think I got it all. Well, that was 3 weeks. Man, that was a long 3 weeks. So I'm going to get in the car early tomorrow morning and Friday and start driving. And I should be home around dinner time on Friday if all goes well. All right. We'll see y'all then. Bye.